Good day, everyone. Welcome back. Remember yesterday we did the women? Today we're doing the men for Who's on Top Utah US National Series 2021 with Jack Bauer and Nicole Mericle, aka Jacole, as I came out and described last week. These cars behind me, they don't belong to me. Don't think this is one of those videos where I'm like, hey, you want to get rich like me and own all these cars? Yeah, they're not mine. So anyhow, yesterday we did the women. Today, here's the men. Want you to enjoy it. Away we go.
Number 5, I'm going to go with Logan Broadbent.
Okay.
I think that he's on another level right now. He beat BJ by 7 minutes in that Indian mud run. I know he's meant for the mountains. He says he does very well there. He just won 3 races in the same weekend in Ohio, Beast Super and Sprint, all in the same weekend. So durability, endurance is not going to be a factor for him. I just don't know how the elevation and the heat will necessarily treat him, but he has as good of a threat as anybody to be on the podium. I just like a couple guys ahead of him.
Okay. Who do you like, Nicole?
Oh, can I go last?
Sure, yeah. Give her a second to think about it. Matt, who are you going with, Matt?
I'm going to go with Robert Killian. I think Robert Killian is probably mad. He's gotten a lot of flack thrown at him, and he's probably got a little chip. And he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna show up." And I think there's a lot of good men here that can still obviously finish ahead of him, but I think he'll have a good race and finish 5th.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm leaving him out of the top 5, honestly.
That's what we did when we did the top 10. Remember? I can't believe I'm doing this. Remember that?
Yep. It's brutal because there are so many good names. And imagine if, like Aaron and a bunch of the other guys are still there. It would be like,
who?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. All the people on this list. But anyway, who you going with, Nicole, for number 5?
I don't know if we were allowed to talk about Aaron or not.
Oh, sorry. I looked at the list and he was the first person whose eye I saw.
He got me the shirt.
Yeah. I meant Ryan Kempson. That's who I should have said.
Yeah. I know you can take it, Nicole, as I wouldn't make an inappropriate joke. Yeah. I know you can take it.
Well, okay. So
is he done racing? Just real quick. Is he done racing? This is for serious
Aaron?
About the sport. Yeah. Is he done OCR racing, Jack Bauer?
No. He's coming back. He just had surgery not too long ago, and he said he's trying to find fitness. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm surprised that he's not going to be at Utah anyways. I thought he would just as soon as he could put weight on his legs, race, but that's probably smart of him.
Okay.
All right.
So I think in 6th place is going to be Sean Roberts. And then I think 5th is going to be Rylan. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that who you picked too? No, you picked Logan.
I picked Logan. Yeah.
See, I don't think Logan has the mountain legs. He's still a flatlander.
Yeah. No, I got you on that.
He's historically struggled on the mountain races.
Should I answer this? It's potential spam. Should I answer that?
Yeah.
Do you think it's important? It could be a racer.
What if your social security number is in danger, Matt? Jesus.
That was funny.
Hey, how do you guys know? I haven't talked to Woodsy lately. Do you know how his training's been? Because he was quote unfit in Jacksonville.
Yeah, and he basically would have won Savage if he didn't have that cheese thing over Sean Roberts, over Logan, over Atkins. I think he's fitter than his results might indicate.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know what? I'm sorry, Logan. I'm going to change you out for Sean Roberts.
Oh, Jack's changing midstream.
You want to know why? Here's the reason. So Killian did the same exact thing. I think Roberts has potential to literally be on a podium at West Virginia or Tahoe, like some major world championship level race. I think Killian did the same exact thing in 2015, where he's just showing up, trying to learn how the best of the best do it on certain obstacles. I don't think that he has the ability to run in the mountains yet, but he's got, you can transfer really good flat ground speed into mountains much better than mountains into flat speed. And I think that his foot speed will take him places. He basically was hanging with Atkins, was hanging with Woods in Savage race, a notoriously harder race in terms of grip strength and stuff. And he was doing just fine. I think later's really when you're going to have that breakthrough, but you saw it in the broadcast. Like he just kind of adjusted on the fly and found how to run downhill on some of this stuff. And it looks like more fire road, not as like treacherous descents in this one. If it's a runnable long section of descents, I think that he can open up and he's going to make some serious ground. So sorry, Logan, I'm switching to.
Well, for all those reasons you just said, I'm putting Sean Roberts fourth.
Okay.
I think he has the potential to make the podium. I think this is definitely. Hang on. You can disagree in a minute. I'm not done. I think he has the potential, right, to make podium. But I think this is his first real test, right? Savage is one thing. He did do. Wait a minute. What was the other one he did that he didn't tell anybody?
He did Montana, but he got lost.
Mm-hmm.
So he was so far off course that Steve Hammond just picked him up in the gator and just like brought him back to the venue.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, if he makes the podium, he's going to be a podium pick for the rest of the year. Let's just put it to that way, right?
Yeah.
But I think he is. I think he needs some time in the mountains to really develop that type of running ability. That's why I have Rylan in fifth, because I think that he already has that like really strong mountain running background.
It's true. If Kempston was here, if some of the other athletes, Kirk was here, I'd probably bump him down due to experience at this point. But Sean Roberts, he's on the brink of a breakthrough, and once he gets to that level, he's not turning back.
He's already really obstacle proficient as well. If you saw him do the
rock
Savage
climber.
rig, he was like excellent, flew through it as smooth as anyone.
Well, and watching Bracken describe how he's learning on the fly, and Bracken is a very smart racer and a very I trust his gut, and when he's like, oh, this guy's the real deal, I'm like, he's the real deal. So I'm putting Sean fourth. Who are you putting fourth? Jack Bauer.
I am going to pick Tyler Veerman in fourth.
Okay.
He's had fueling issues in longer races in the past, but he just won the Ultra Beast, and he's training for Telluride this year. That's not going to be an issue anymore. He had the second fastest Ultra Beast ever in Ohio about a month ago. I've gone on a couple runs with him. Guy, he's super fit. He's confident in where he's at. He outran Mark Batres in a flat Palm Beach or something Florida course by almost a minute in a sprint. So he's got the foot speed there. He got third here last year. I mean, lives at elevation. He's had a crazy amount of training volume, and he's already heading out to Utah right now. So,
do you know that
not a bad pick?
Jack saying I went on a run with him recently is like Matt saying, "Do you know I used to have a staffing company?" This is a very common phrase for Jack.
Well, what I'm saying is, when you guys were doubting VJ, I'm like, I literally worked out with him the week before. The guy's fit, but just because I can't run as fast doesn't mean I can't spot when they're fit.
So I know, buddy. So to be clear, VJ is sitting this out just to focus on other races. There's no injury.
He'll be in Asheville.
Right. Yeah. He'll definitely be in Asheville.
He'll crush Asheville.
That's going to be a good one. I'll be there.
Nicole, number four.
I'm going to pick Woodsy.
I have Woodsy higher. Do you have Woodsy higher?
I do. He'll be in my podium.
Yeah, me too.
If he does it in Jacksonville, where he's not supposed to have the leg speed anymore, he's going to do it on a mountain course. Like he's always front of the pack on these races.
All right. We just explained why Woodsy's going to be above that. Why do you think he's not going to make the podium?
Woodsy?
Yeah. Why is he going to be fourth?
Because I think that Tyler is going to be on the podium. I think so. In general, I think Tyler is one of the most talented and undertrained male athletes in the sport. And I say undertrained because his mileage in previous years has been like 20 to 30 miles a week, which is just like totally
laughable,
not on par.
Yeah.
And I think that he's been running more. I think he's been training with more purpose.
And he gets 40,000 steps a day with UPS now in addition. So he's got time on feet.
Yeah.
He'll be fine.
Yeah. I think he's like, he's going for the ultra. And so he's got more miles behind him. I also think that he did really well in Utah the time before. He made the podium in 2019. Yeah.
Is UPS the new breeding ground for obstacle racing training?
UPS in Colorado, because Kent does it also. Yeah. Mark Montagna, he's in California, I guess he does it. But yeah, that's the secret.
VJ's dabbled.
He has. He helped Kent during the winter rush.
Nice. Little Christmas help at the old Amazon or at the old UPS.
Definitely, yeah. They should all. I said that if they ever make a podium, because Tyler and Kent made it in Colorado Springs, I was like, you guys need to have like a UPS truck parked in the back and just like drop you out, and then you get out in like the brown uniform for the podium. I think that'd be sick. But,
Right?
Yeah. Anyway,
Nicole, what are you doing? What's going on?
I'm trying to take a screenshot. How do I do this?
There's two buttons on the side of your phone.
Did it?
This is like worse than Matt on Davis and Chase. Like, you're horrible.
Are we on to second place yet? Third place. Tyler Veerman.
Third place. We all have 4 and 5. I'm going to go third place, Ryan Woods. Just if he gets third in Jacksonville when he's not supposed to have the speed at the moment, I don't see a reason why he won't do this on a mountain course, assuming that he fuels properly. And I don't care what he says about his fitness. Like, even if 95% Woods, he's still good enough for the podium.
Can I just give you my 3 and 2? Can I pull in Nicole and just explain?
Yeah, go for it.
So I've got
it later. Yeah.
So I've got Johnny third, Woods second, and it really to me is like it could go either way on that, but I think Woods probably frustrated about Savage and some other things this year, and I think it's time he kind of like showed back up. So, but I've got Johnny as a solid third.
Nice.
What do you have for third? NM.
Oh, I have Tyler.
All right. Oh, now the moment we've all been. I don't know who I'm going to pick 2 and 1. I keep going back and forth. But I think second place, I'm going to put Johnny, only because he hasn't touched an obstacle in almost 2 years, and Atkins has. He's had practice at Jacksonville, not at Jacksonville, the Jacksonville Hildervat. He did that New York Spartan sprint recently. I just think that he'll be able to shave a little bit more time than Johnny, just simply by smoother transitions and having a little bit of practice under his belt for this type of course. And everyone's going to look at it and be like, oh, there's a 4-mile descent at the end. Johnny's just going to reel him in. It's not like Atkins hasn't done the same thing every single time at Tahoe with a long descent at the end. I just think that this is Atkins' course to lose right now. And we all thought Johnny would win, or a lot of people that he'd win or podium at Tahoe, and kind of didn't work out as well as he wanted. So I think Atkins will end up taking the win.
All right, who do you have for second?
I think it definitely is a toss-up between Johnny and Atkins. I know that Johnny has had time practicing on obstacles, both at VJ's and then also I think at some of like the local gyms. So yes, he hasn't had that race specific practice, but he's strong. He has like his own little rig set up in his backyard. And then he also has been to several places that have obstacles replicated. So if it was like a sprint, then I probably would say that little deficit that he's going to have on obstacles might matter more. But the fact that he's been on them enough, he's strong enough, and obstacles matter less when it comes to a mountainous beast course. So I really think it's super close between Johnny and Atkins, and I'm going to put Atkins for second. I also
you've got Johnny taking the win.
I do, because I know that he's training really well in terms of running as well. He's at his like highest volume he's ever been, which he took a while.
Is he one of the women on your team though?
The women?
Yeah. Well, he did apply, but no, I'm joking.
Joanna Luna-Lima?
Yeah. He's not, but he's been able to dominate the last couple really mountainous courses. Like, yes, Tahoe, it didn't happen for him, but I think it was pretty clear in the first 5 minutes of the race that it wasn't going to happen for him. He was never in the race ever. He never put himself in there. I don't know if that was more like a psychological thing. He definitely had a fueling issue in Tahoe. Partly into the race
also, right?
And I think he also missed a spear. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think that since that's his last obstacle race, though, that might be in his head a little bit?
I don't know. I mean, this is not exactly how I expected the first half of the year to go for Johnny. I thought that he would get out to some races if he could, but he decided just to put the work in at home, and I think that it's yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
And he did race in Europe a little bit. Like he has been, putting himself in contention and facing competition. So it's not like he's just only been training and doesn't know what a race feels like for a while. I just think obstacle racing, you got to get your hands on the obstacles to kind of remember how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, Jack, they say never to make assumptions, but you are correct. You put Ryan Atkins in the first place for me. He is, as we say in America, le goat. And I think he'll show up and do what he does. And then afterwards, I'll ask him what it was like, and he'll be like, "No, it's ran my own race.
Yeah,
pretty good."
He did get second in basically every single race in 2019.
That's
so
why I put him second. Yeah.
I'm kind of like, he's just going to do it again.
Well, and he's been in second at 5 World Championship races. Is it now?
Yeah,
5 Spartan World Championships and a couple of OCR WC World Championships. So
last time he got second, also Hildervat.
Oh man!
I'm just saying.
He's going to, but he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT for a reason. And
second place GOAT.
Nicole is firing today. Put it to you this way: everybody else, 2 through 5, right? There's all these question marks. Yet we just see Ryan as even though he does come in second a lot, we see him as the most bankable. Is that correct,
yes.
Jack?
You will not have him fall out of the top 5.
Right, but I'm saying if you look at my top 5, Woods,
he's the most
Johnny,
consistent.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So it makes sense to put him first. Totally. I mean, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, I'm just gonna root for Johnny on this one, though.
Yeah,
that's fine. You can root for who you like. Guess what, fam? Breaking news that I just found out. Kempson is going. That's right. Ryan Kempson is going. Adjust your picks accordingly. Remember, this video is for educational purposes. We are not responsible if you lose thousands of dollars betting, but I can tell you right now that my picks will definitely change. So when you see the final thing, don't be like, Matt clearly cheated because here's his picks. I have until Friday to make my picks, and I will be changing them with Kempson. I'm not exactly sure yet. That's up to you. We just got this news after we recorded. That stuff happens. I'm not going to blame Jack, who told us that he wasn't going. I would never throw Jack on the bus like that. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Remember to join the Patreon and support. You love all this content, right? You love it. This week alone, we have so much more stuff coming your way. More Ode to Laz stuff. And then we're doing live coverage everywhere possible. We're going to bring you results as soon as we have them from Utah this week, obviously. And that's what we do. We just OCR content. Here we go. Here it is. We love to bring it to you. So go ahead and join the Patreon. Support the cause. Links below. Love you. Miss you. Mean it. I've got to run.